Hours after Russia launched a ballistic missile into Ukraine, the Kremlin threatened to attack a new American defense base in Poland with advanced weapons. Victoria Coates from the Heritage Foundation joins me now. Victoria, thanks for being with us. This would be, would it not, a direct attack on NATO?
Oh, good to be with you, Brian. Yes, this is deeply concerning. This is a new missile defense base on the Baltic Sea. The United States just opened. It's called Aegis Ashore. It's one of our most sophisticated missile defense systems. It protects not only Poland, but also our Baltic allies, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. And so, yes, this would be very much an attack on the United States, on NATO. And, you know, I have a very, very bad sense we're sort of drifting back into the Cold War here.
Okay, so I want to talk about that very bad sense for a second. I mean, you get saber rattling, you get rhetoric, and then you get things that could translate into action. How are you reading the rhetoric from Russia right now?
Well, this has really been an escalatory pattern for the last maybe week to 10 days since President Biden made the decision to give the long-range attack missiles, the ATACMS and the HIMARS, to Ukraine to attack in Russia proper. And obviously the Kremlin didn't like that. They lowered their threshold for using a tactical nuclear weapon. They fired off an ICBM, an intercontinental ballistic missile, at Ukraine, which was bizarre because those only exist to carry nuclear weapons, but this one had been modified to not carry a nuclear weapon. And now we have this. So clearly things are hotting up in Ukraine. And the problem is that the United States is in a state of transition from one president to another, and it's not entirely clear who's calling the shots.
Do our adversaries view the 2 months before President-elect Trump takes office, do they view that as a window to do exactly this sort of thing?
Yeah, transitions are always dangerous, Brian, but they can be orderly if, you know, it's clear that the caretaker president is just that, not making major decisions, not creating crises. But the Biden administration seems to be doing the opposite. It's almost as if they want to make this situation as difficult as possible for the incoming president. And I think, though, clearly Vladimir Putin knows Donald Trump. He knows there's going to be a much more firm hand on the American tiller when he's inaugurated on January 20th. So my hope would be that he keeps it as much in the box as possible until then to allow for a negotiated end to this terrible war. But it's deeply concerning for the next 60 days. All
right, next one for you, Victoria. Senator John Fetterman slammed the International Criminal Court after they issued arrest warrants for Benjamin Netanyahu and Yoav Gallant. Fetterman said, no standing, relevance, or path. Bleep that. Victoria, is there any significance to arrest warrants from the ICC like this?
Well, there is. And, you know, I am not surprisingly a conservative, but I will say as a native Pennsylvanian, I'm extremely proud of the senior senator from Pennsylvania right now for telling it like it is. The United States and Israel, neither of us are signatories to the ICC, so this is not binding. But we've had countries from Holland to Canada announce that they will arrest the sitting prime minister of Israel if he sets foot on their soil. These are NATO allies of the United States who are saying this. So it is chilling to hear this happen. The other thing the ICC did, though, Brian, is they issued an arrest warrant for one of the dead leadership of Hamas that Israel has already eliminated. So it sort of shows you how ridiculous this is. But, you know, it's not fair to have the duly elected prime minister of Israel not be able to travel to a NATO ally.
Right. Talk about an institution totally undermining its own credibility. Victoria, we got to leave it there. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.